Hey everybody, in this episode of Box Office Breakdown, Frozen 2 strikes fear in everybody else at the box office. Did it warm your heart or did it chill yours like it did mine? Find out next.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk, we talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's Box Office Breakdown.
Hey everybody, welcome to Box Office Breakdown. We are 3 strong. Woo! Holy cow. I didn't think it would be possible, but we did it.
I know, right? It's crazy.
Of course, this is the show where we look back at the box office that was, and then we...
Kate.
Wow, that was really fast.
Look at that.
great.
Because we don't have time to waste. We're all business today.
Right?
About the box office that lie ahead, I'm Frank Moran.
What's up? Carrie Lane here.
I'm Amy Cassandra Martinez.
And making us look good and sound even better is Bree in the booth.
Hey, everybody.
And as always, folks, like us on Facebook, give us those 5 stars on iTunes, subscribe to the YouTube channel. While you're there, give it a thumbs up, or 2, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, how many thumbs up you can. And the chat is up and running, so feel free to jump in and share any of your thoughts about anything we're talking about, or movies in general. But Carrie, if they're watching after we stream live, what can they do?
Yes, Frank, y'all can comment down below.
Oh, my word. So, folks, we're going to be breaking down this weekend's box office. We'll talk about our favorite murder mysteries. Or actually, it's just
I was going to say, I'm like,
mysteries.
you didn't specify that.
I didn't say murder mysteries. We'll just say mysteries.
Okay.
And we'll also do some subtle, not subtle, some slight spoiler-filled takes on Frozen 2 and...
I was all not Knives Out. I'm seeing that next weekend.
It's not out yet, so even though we get a chance to see it early, we won't spoil that. We'll go into that after we get back from the Thanksgiving break. But Frozen 2 and A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, we'll give some spoiler-filled thoughts at the end of the show. So if you want to jump out, we'll make sure to give you a heads up so you can remain spoiler-free if you choose to do so.
Cool.
Yes.
Yay.
There you go. But without further ado, though, let's just jump into this weekend's box office.
Let's do
and crushing it is Frozen 2, $127 million.
Not surprised. I don't think any of us were surprised by that.
Some things never change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome. It's a song.
Yeah, we're all, now your
Really?
turn.
It is.
There you go.
I've started memorizing 4 of the songs from Frozen 2.
Oh,
Aw.
yeah. All
But
right.
I'm going
Ooh.
to be so cool around the kids, you don't even know. All the kids. I don't know
Okay.
any personally. I know one.
You know, only one kid? That's it?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think everybody had high expectations for this film, but it certainly overperformed even their lofty expectations from Disney. So I know myself and Amy Cassandra Martinez saw it.
Yeah.
So what did you think? And we'll get into some spoiler-filled stuff at the end.
Yeah.
But overall, what are your general thoughts?
It was good. Elsa looks
Okay, great. Thanks. All right.
beautiful. They did a great job with her costumes and outfit changes and some great songs. Such jams, I would say. You don't think
No.
so?
I was incredibly disappointed in this film.
With the songs? Okay,
And the
no, I'm
songs
talking
were-
about the
The
songs.
songs? Not great.
What are you talking about?
Not great.
Really?
Really?
Show yourself? Really?
Ugh.
Some things never change.
Yeah, no.
Into the unknown.
No.
There's one more that I really love.
And then there's the Olaf's one that he has.
The next.
When he get older?
No. That one's weird.
Oh, okay.
The next right thing. Come on.
Aw.
Those are great jams.
Okay, guys.
No, they're not, no.
Listen to them on Spotify, not sponsored. Seriously, can
I
jam
do
out.
have a question for you guys.
Yes.
Do you feel it was a tonal shift within the movie or just from the first one? Because I had a friend post about that. They didn't necessarily specify if it was different in terms of first to second or just within the movie itself.
It's
Tone
different.
shift.
I would say it's different.
No. Okay.
No?
Yeah, I mean, I guess because it's a different set of circumstances that involve the character. So it's
Okay.
I definitely like the first one more.
Okay.
Yes.
I was going to ask that too.
Yeah.
I definitely.
Now the question is, if you didn't love the first one, do you think people might like this one better?
You should watch it for the songs. They're jams.
They're not jams.
They are.
Frank,
Ryan
did
B
you
in
like
the
the
chat.
first one?
I did. I really enjoyed the first film
Okay.
a lot. But this one was the music was not great.
What are you
The animation, I will say, the animation is spectacular.
Okay.
There's some beautiful stuff in there,
Yeah.
like Amy was saying. I mean, what they do with Elsa is fantastic. The
I
scenery
want
and the
her
landscape is
clothes.
great. The sequences where she's on the ocean,
Oh, beautiful.
beautiful.
Ryan B in the chat said the songs were so good. Show Yourself was so good.
Thank you.
Thank you, live chat. And if you're watching
man.
later, we still love you. Comment down below.
No, it's I rather would,
Frank is like,
I would rather
"Meh."
would have heard "Let It Go" again.
Stop. No, Let It Go is such a jam, but like it doesn't compare to these 4. And Let It Go was okay. It was Let It Go, and then the other one with Anna, and like Oh My Life Has Been a Series of Doors on My Face. Whatever that one. And then the other ones from the first movie are just, they're
You're
not
saying
that
Love is
great.
an Open Door?
Thank you. The other ones are just like, yeah, I hate summer. Summer, right? Summer. Oh, it makes my skin crawl. But in this one, there's 4 songs that don't make my skin crawl. They're actually really good.
I think the songs from the first one are so good.
There you go.
Shout out to Tony Award winner that wrote them. Yeah.
Yeah, get ready to be let down this time, Brie. When you see
Don't.
Frozen.
No.
I'm curious. I am very
Go
curious
watch
to
it.
see
Yeah,
it.
you should
'cause
watch it to make up your own mind about these jams. They're jams.
You know what, Brie? Just plug your ears and just watch the visuals.
No,
And
what
just
about-
enjoy
Did you
that.
guys like All Is Found?
Oh, it's nice.
Ryan Rabideau.
It
Sorry
was
if I
nice.
said that wrong.
It was
asked
nice.
about that one.
What about the power ballad?
Fine, but Christoph, we'll get in more into it at the end of the show. I'll share my feelings about Christoph.
You know, they're jams. Watch it. Just go. People should still watch it. I think they should watch it to make up their own minds if they like this one more than the first one.
Another quick question too. How much do you think you need to have seen the first one to get ready for this, or meh?
I mean, like, you should know some stuff regardless.
Like if you've seen
Yeah.
it when it came out, you're fine. It's not like, oh,
Yeah,
go rewatch it right
Yeah.
before. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't rewatch.
Frank's like, ugh.
No, I mean, if you want to go watch it, fine.
Okay,
But they also
yeah.
do a little bit where they do some recaps in the course of the film, too.
Okay.
So.
Because I have some people like, oh, we're rewatching Frozen, getting ready. I'm like, is there really that much you need to
I mean,
see?
if you're a fan and you want
I mean,
to,
the
that's
fact
awesome.
that it's an amazing movie and you should just rewatch
Yeah.
it a million times anyway.
It's all
You
right.
should.
It's way better than Tangled, Carrie.
I know,
Yeah.
we'll fight on that. No, I feel that one's some people were one or the other, of what they liked more, Tangled versus Frozen.
I mean, Frozen. Hello.
Tangled.
All right, real quick, Brie, as as I always say, our musical expert, what made you not like Tangled as much as Frozen?
I mean, I like both of them, to be fair. I don't know why it's a competition between the two, but for me, Frozen, it might be because I have sisters, and so there was the sister aspect.
Fair.
Also, it's Idina Menzel, it's Kristen Bell. Kristen Bell is off Broadway, Idina Menzel is on Broadway, Jonathan Groff on Broadway, Josh Gad on Broadway. The writer
Big
for the thing was
talents.
on Broadway. He wrote the Avenue Q and Book of Mormon soundtracks. He also did South Park's movie soundtrack. So I think for me, I'm such a Broadway person that all the Broadway influences on it made it really special for me.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. You won't feel that in this film, Brie. So get excited.
I don't know, Frank. You might actually make me like it more the more you tell me it's bad, because when I have my low expectations, then I like things more.
This is true.
Oh, there
I'm
you
like,
go.
no, play it down, please.
Yeah.
Because then, yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry about playing it down. 'cause
We're
it is
certainly
down.
not playing it up. I would say.
Okay.
All right.
Those songs are jams.
Coming in at number 2 is Ford versus Ferrari, another $16 million. Holding on really respectably, given the juggernaut that was Frozen 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronnie, coming in at number 3, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. One of the other films coming out this week, $13.5 million. Mm-hmm. Both myself and Amy Cassandra MTZ.
We saw it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Not what I was expecting.
Oh, okay.
You guys know how much I love Tom Hanks. I also, you might not know this, but I did not grow up watching Mr. Rogers.
I would like
So-
I would like it if I said, I really knew that about you, Amy.
No,
Do you want to know a weird fact, though?
What?
Tom Hanks is related to Mr.
yeah,
Rogers.
fifth, sixth cousin.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But still.
Yeah, but I did find out about him, I don't know, in the last couple of years
Okay.
when we had the other documentary
Sure.
come out, and that documentary was so good. I was crying and everything. With this one, based off of what I saw in the documentary, it felt like the show, like Mr. Rogers. It felt like it. But with that being said, it's not what you would expect. But there are some moments of like, whoa, where I was like, this has never been done before, and it feels so different. And because of that, I would say that I did have a good time. I did. I'd rather get something that feels completely different than have something feel like, oh, we've had this movie 10 million times. You know, with biopics, I think it can get a little iffy. But if people moving forward focus on the movie, the biopic feeling like the person, then we can most definitely guarantee that not all biopics are going to feel the same way. And that's all I want. So with that being said, it's certainly, I don't know what I was expecting, but it's not what it was.
The look of the film and the way they do transitions, where they very much emulate the Mr. Rogers TV show,
Yeah.
is great. I love that aspect to it. I don't know. I can see what you're. I guess hearing all the initial buzz for this.
Yeah.
I think maybe I set myself up to see a film that was going to really knock my socks off, and I just watched it and I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I think what they focus on might have been not the greatest decision.
You
Does that
guys
make
aren't the
sense?
only people I've heard that from.
Yeah.
That's not what they got. They didn't get what they were expecting to get.
Which,
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't mean that it's bad. It's like, you know,
Do you know what? Can you express what you were expecting that it's not that, or does you have to see the movie to?
I feel like you have to see it, but it's what and who they focused on.
Okay.
But I think that, at least for me, that's what made a huge difference. Because you go in there thinking you're going to hear about certain things when you're like, oh, that's part
Are
of
you
it.
purposely not saying who they focused on? Because I've already been told that. So
Yeah,
Okay.
well, no, because we're not at, like, the spoilery section.
I didn't know
yet.
if that was
Fair.
a spoiler
So,
or if that was like.
yeah, I feel like it is. There is this one
Captain
moment,
Kangaroo.
though.
Sorry.
Oh my god. There is this one moment that I've never seen in a theater.
Oh, when he does the karate.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
We'll talk about it in the spoilers. Okay,
That
moving
and
on.
it's so
I feel
good.
you guys have to tiptoe around this so hard, so we'll save
No,
that
but
to
I
the
mean, I'm
spoilers.
teasing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one moment that I feel like
Okay.
because of that one moment, I think people should go see it in
Okay.
theaters. In theaters, for sure.
I'll be
Okay.
curious to see what your moment is.
I think you know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Coming in number 4 is the film we did our box office bet on, 21 Bridges. Chadwick Boseman, Taylor Kitsch.
Uh-huh.
$9.3 million. Yes, Amy.
I
in
saw
the
that
in
one.
the corner.
Yes.
You saw it.
I saw it. I
All
saw
right.
it, and I got to talk to Stefan
Yes, you
James
did.
and Taylor Kitsch. They're great. They're very nice. Have you guys seen it?
No,
Oh, you haven't?
no,
Okay.
your interview. I saw your picture about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
You
like
didn't
the
have a
movie.
link to it. No,
I know it wasn't
I
up
honestly
yet.
hadn't heard of this film until last week when we did it for the box office. bet.
Same.
It kind of snuck up on us. Yeah, that's for sure. So none of you guys have seen it.
No.
Okay, I
And-
will give you an unspoilery review. It's really tense the entire time. It's definitely a fun ride. You should watch it for Stefan James.
Okay.
And
But not Taylor
And-
Kitsch.
he's cool too, but I love Stefan James. Like, if you've seen him in If Beale Street Could Talk. then
Okay,
you-
yes. Yeah, I think you tagged about
He's
that.
so good. But yeah, Chadwick Boseman does a really good job.
I've
Sienna
heard-
Miller's in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fun. What?
I like that. Yeah. I'll take your thoughts there. I would like, as way as not to say anything about a performance, like, and then that person was in that too.
No. It's honestly, there's a lot of people that I'm watching their movies for the first time. Like, I've never seen Sienna Miller in anything. I'm like, oh wow, so her. And then Taylor Kitsch, everyone's like, Friday Night Lights. I'm like, I saw the pilot. That was it. So I'm like, yeah, there's these people. So
No, I
watch
get it because it's like watching, like if you watched a Tom Cruise movie and you didn't quite know who he was or somebody, and then you go back and watch something, you're like, oh yeah, that person. I know that's a big random name, but like,
Yeah.
you know, you're watching a movie before you really know who they are, and then you're like, oh, that's cool.
I mean, kind of. Yeah.
All right, in reverse.
I think
but
you
anyway.
should watch it if you want to be like, watch something kind of actiony
Cool.
and stressful, but in a fun way.
Okay.
No, there you go. I mean,
That sells it.
what I've read about it is that Chadwick Boseman's character is not very deep.
Yeah, he's fun. Yeah, his character. But like, he does a good job, and there's some fun action sequences, and you're stressed out the whole time.
People ask where they can watch your interview.
Why?
Where?
Oh, I was like, why? 'Cause
no,
it's-
where?
Why?
Where?
You guys can watch it on Hollywood First Look Features YouTube channel. Yeah, it's broadcast in a lot of different places, but you can definitely catch it here in the U.S. online.
Cool.
Well, all right. So somewhere in like Guatemala.
No, what do you mean? No,
they're
it's
just checking out this interview.
Vietnam. There's a bunch of places. I don't know them all. Okay, I'm sorry,
all right.
but you should definitely follow Hollywood First Look Features on all social media.
Not
so
sponsored.
you can. Not sponsored, but like
Yeah.
they're great, and like
right.
we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, okay. That's great.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Okay.
Sneeze, go
Let's
for
all
it.
enjoy this for a second. Go ahead, Amy. Share that with us.
She's like,
Okay, it's all right. Let's keep going. Top
Got
five.
it.
Right,
Yes,
all right, great.
okay.
Yes. So, folks, of course, that was the subject of our box office bet, though. And we only had 3 people vying because Amy Cassandra Martinez is going to sneeze right now. Here we go. Let's all enjoy
No,
it.
stop.
No? Okay.
Wait, if you look at the light, it stops, right?
no, it makes you sneeze.
Oh, whoops.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, I was not here, so I did not partake in the box office
yeah.
bet.
And
Okay, Amy, we've had the chat just doing your bet for you.
Yes.
You've lost quite a few times.
Oh, you guys, you shouldn't have really.
No, it was our pleasure.
No.
Not doing great, Amy. Not doing
No.
great.
Oh God, it's all right.
No.
We'll get them this time,
Yeah.
Okay.
guys.
So, of course, it made $9.3 million. Our winner is me. $10 million. Look at that. Finally got a chance
All right, now.
to steal victory
About
from the
time.
clutches of Brie, who came in second with a $10.4 million bet. And then rounding it out is Kari Lane with $11 million.
It's all right.
So I went too high. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
Positivity is always okay. Yeah. But I mean, it made you lose this time, but that's okay.
All right. So, folks, of course, that was the our box office bet. But we will have 5 films. We're gonna
Five.
I was like, what?
5 films. Guys, guess what? There's 5 films next week. No. We're going to have another chance for another box office bet. That we'll find out the results in 2 weeks because, yes, we'll be taking Thanksgiving weekend off. So we'll be back on December 4th. So we will share the results of that. But the 2 films vying for your consideration in the chat right now will be Queen and Slim from Universal and Knives Out. Knives Out. Knives Out from Lionsgate. So feel free to start voting away there in the chat, and we will do our box office bet on the film that you have chosen at the end of the show. Now, rounding out our top 5, though, we have Midway with another $4.7 million showing. And not shabby. There you go.
There it is.
There it is. 4.7. It sure did it. It did it, Amy.
Yay.
So some quick international numbers here. Unexpectedly, folks, Frozen 2 scored all across the board, not just domestically, but internationally as well. $350.2 million globally. The biggest day-and-date worldwide animated launch ever.
Wow. That's
Ever.
cool.
Which is...
Ever?
Ever.
I don't think we can comprehend that right now.
Ever.
You okay?
I mean, I've been a little... It's amazing that it's Frozen 2. Because I would think like a Toy Story film would be more... But maybe it's the music. I don't know.
No. Here's the thing.
Lay it on me.
Okay, so we had Toy Story. Then we had Toy Story 2. Then we had 3. And we're like, oh, cool. All right, thank you. That was a beautiful chapter. It is now closed. Nope, just kidding. 4. So when people have like emotionally started to move on from a film, it's kind of hard to get everyone back on board. Because it might be like, no one was really asking for it. But by the way, Toy Story 4 was really great. But, with Frozen 2, we just got the little ones involved, right? So they're still excited about it. And they want more. They're asking for it. That's why. Does that make sense?
Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. I'm sure that's accurate. It feels like it would be right.
So a total $223.2 million is from 37 markets at the international box office, where it also set a new benchmark for the highest offshore animated opening of all time.
Another
of all
record.
time.
Wow.
All time. Crushing previous title holder. Anybody want to take a guess on what the previous title holder for international offshore opening of all animated film of all time?
You smiled, so it's something we wouldn't expect.
That's true.
Because
Kung
it's
Fu
something
Panda.
that you like.
Oh, that is not what I would have guessed.
You said something you don't like, Frank?
It's something
No.
I don't like. Yeah, because we talked about it last week.
Not that you don't like. You just haven't gotten into.
Oh, I've never watched it. Nor
Cars.
will I. Yeah, nor would I. Cars?
Cars?
No, I
No,
hate Cars too.
Wait, what was the thing you said you hadn't seen?
You hadn't really seen them, and you and I had.
Oh, was it a...
It's think weather, cold.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Nope, not the word, but
cold weather?
It's not Frozen.
nope.
Nope. But the planet was.
Cold Planet.
Mastodons.
Mastodons.
No,
Treasure-
mammoths.
It wasn't Treasure
Sorry,
Planet.
mammoths.
Oh,
mammoths.
Ice Age.
Yeah.
There you go. Ice Age: Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
Oh.
That's crazy that was their
I
previous
didn't know
record
that.
holder.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, really?
All right.
Wow. Go little film that could.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, the movie notably bested expectations in China, Korea, and Japan, with bumps in all of those and other as well as other markets. China leads with $53 million for the third best animated debut ever, and the top start for a Disney/animated Disney/Pixar film, overtaking Zootopia and Coco.
Wow.
I
Yeah, that's
love
crazy.
Zootopia.
Now, see, if you told me you're giving me a sequel to Zootopia, I'd be absolutely down for
I
it.
want more from that world. Yeah,
Yes.
because that was a world where they built it up, and you're like, I'll take more, please.
Yes.
Judy is my girl. I am Judy. And I love Coco.
Coco could have a wait. I thought I saw things for it. Well, you could explore that world.
I think
You
Coco will
could.
definitely have a second
Yeah,
film
I would
eventually.
almost, but I'd want like a different kid and exploring it. Like it doesn't need to be the same main character.
Yeah, that's true.
Because again, it's one of those movies where you build up such an interesting world that we'd want to see more of. It's like, yes, bring us back into that.
I would want a Zootopia sequel more than Coco, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's more things that you could. Well, I don't know. I mean, they're very talented, but I definitely would want Zootopia more.
But I have to. I will admit, maybe I'll say this to our post section. My thought about Frozen 2 and the way it was marketed, it set me up for a film that I really wanted and I didn't get.
Man,
So we'll go more into that later.
it's rough loving movies. Jeez.
Last week's we also got another. So basically. From last week, its offshore total is 45.8 million, and global total is 103.8 from last week. Now, of course, Joker, that is coming in number 2 at the international box office with another $7.6 million for a $708 million international total, and a little over $1 billion again globally.
Wow.
There you go. And Amy,
Good.
you really love that film.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes. Last Christmas made $6.7 million this past weekend for a $51.8 million global take.
I'm covering my ears, even though I just covered
For
the
Last
top
Christmas?
Of it. Yeah, I don't want to hear anything about it.
That is terrible.
Well, you
No.
did lose that one, Amy, so you have to see it.
Yeah.
I feel that's
will
up your alley. Yeah.
in December. Right now,
You
it's
bet
Thanksgiving
really high on that
time.
one. I think she went, what,
Yes.
like 35 on
Yes,
that one, Frank?
she
Something
did.
really high.
No,
That's
same.
crazy.
It feels too early for that.
I believe in celebrating each holiday in its own time. That's me personally, so I'm
little
not
too
going to
early.
watch Christmas movies yet.
yeah.
So I might right after Black Friday.
Right after, not after like midnight after Thanksgiving.
Is there
No, because
Thanksgiving
then it's
movies
Black
you
Friday
watch?
time. No, I look at my
There's
turkey. That's what I watch on Thanksgiving.
You guys
I was
want
about
to
to say,
watch
if you were waiting
a...
to watch Christmas movies, I was just trying to think of what Thanksgiving movies
No,
are
there's
there.
an absolutely horrible horror movie called Thanksgilling.
Oh, is it?
And
was
it's
it with
about
the
a killer
turkeys?
turkey.
I've heard about it.
Well, why don't you watch
We
that?
Watch
watched it back on Horror Movie News. Man, that movie.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, Tony Ollie. Movie's rough.
We also had 21 Bridges, did not do so well internationally. Just a $2.73 million international weekend for a $12 million global total. Dr. Sleep still continuing to disappoint, which is a shame because it was a
Yeah, I
it's an
wanted
enjoyable
more with that
film.
one.
It's
But
so
$2.6 million internationally for a $62.3 million global total.
It's not on the top 5 anymore, but I saw a movie that when we were talking about who needed more in sequels, I saw Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
Throwing into that one. Well, earlier you had a thing about did people ask for it? Did you see Charlie's Angels yet?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
You did, and you liked
did.
it. Remind me.
No, I did not like it.
Okay,
I was
you didn't.
disappointed in it. It sets up a great world, but just does not deliver.
I liked it.
That's
I
great.
thought it was very fun, and there was a little girl, probably like 10 or 12, who clapped after the movie, and I'm like, oh, she's about as old as I was when I saw the other one. I was so excited for her. I'm like, she was just like, yes, like,
Full circle
I mean, she
moment.
didn't cheer out loud, but she actually clapped after the movie. Yeah, it was kind of cool.
That looked like going down the
It's-
drain moment. That's where you were going.
No.
I see what I see
Full
what you meant,
circle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's definitely I can see what you mean, but I'm like, no, it was fun, and there's some directions they took that I was like, okay, and then I'm glad it didn't pan out where I thought it was gonna go, but it was fun, and there's so much eye candy in that movie that it was like a lot of nice things to look at, and the Chris Pang, who is the Australian guy. I interviewed him, so I was like, hey, so I was so glad he's doing more stuff because he's also in Crazy Rich Asians. And also I've been to Hamburg and Berlin, so then it was really cool watching that. I'm like, oh, I've been there.
There you go.
Side notes. But
Yeah, it's a shame because I think they blew out the world from the first 2 McG films to something really interesting. But
it's cool.
it's just never going to get a chance to get a sequel to really blow it up.
Probably not. But I felt it was a fun modern update, and I loved all the post-credit scenes.
All.
Yeah, there's several.
There's multiple. Well,
It's like little bit.
it's
Okay.
one of those like moment pause, another moment pause, another moment, and it
Gotcha.
makes sense within it, and they're very fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it basically just shows you who else is like an angel.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a dud. It's kind of a dud. They show that Danica Patrick is the race car driver. Well, why not have Drew Barrymore? She's an executive producer on the film.
I would have
She was
wanted
known as a
them
driver in
in
the
it
first
once,
film.
yeah, but
Yeah.
You know?
fair.
Yeah, so that was kind of a.
Well,
eh.
tell
Yeah.
them.
All right, Elizabeth Banks. I mean, I know she really came out about strong criticism about why the film didn't do well, and it wasn't well received.
Yeah.
So
Look, sometimes movies just don't resonate with some people,
Yeah.
but sometimes people just like to hate things.
Yes.
When they haven't seen them.
Yes.
So
That's where we can respect Frank. He only hates things after he's seen them.
That's true.
True.
Yes.
True.
I wait until afterwards, and then I just let the vitriol just
Yeah.
ooze out of
nice
me.
word.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks,
That
Amy.
is your word of the day.
All right. So, folks, of course, as I said, we have 2 films coming vying for your vote at the box office bet. That is Queen and Slim, as well as Knives Out. I don't know why I just want to keep calling it that.
It should be.
Knives Out. But again, from Ryan Johnson, a mystery film. For like Murder on the Orient Express, Agatha Christie. Very much Ryan Johnson's a fan of that stuff. So I thought, like, hey, instead of our usual top 5 look back on a particular actor, our little box office rewind, we would just do it on the genre itself. And we will, a little bit broader than just murder mystery specifically.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
We'll
those
just do
minor
mystery
mysteries.
films.
Yeah.
Yes. So, so we do our top 5. I shared both of you guys with a link of like the
Thank
top
you.
100.
Thank
so
you.
you got to go through there.
Yeah, some of
refresh
those
through
I was
them.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
This is classifies as a mystery. All
that
right.
is correct. Yes.
Okay.
That too, because some of those I'm like, well,
There are multiple
Yeah.
genres, but yes.
yeah.
So, Amy, would you like to? I know you said you came in when you struggled the last time when we tried to really get you down to a top 5
That
list.
was very difficult. That's one of the hardest things you could ever ask me. Horror movies are like, wow. So, but this one was much easier.
Okay.
Do you want me to just like say the 5?
Yeah,
Go for it.
No
Okay.
particular order.
No particular
Right.
order. Doubt.
Didn't get around to that
Yeah,
one.
right.
Like I
did that.
wasn't asking,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
like,
No, I know.
it's really good.
All right.
All right. You
Okay.
should see it though, if you haven't. I can't believe you guys haven't seen it.
Okay.
Okay. Gone Girl.
Didn't see that one.
Yeah.
either.
I mean, yeah.
I saw it, but I didn't love it.
I
like,
loved
The
it.
book is like so much better.
That's what everyone says about every book and movie
Not
thing.
every book, but this one.
Which
This
one?
one for sure.
Gotcha.
Well, I loved it.
Does the book end the same way as the film?
Yes, but I don't know.
Okay.
Like yes and no. I don't know how to really explain
That's
that.
deep.
Okay.
The birds, apparently. Which, yeah.
Wait,
I mean,
why
I
do you
guess it's
say
a mystery.
apparently?
Apparently it's a mystery. I would say
Why
it's
the
more
birds
like,
are attacking?
Well, I'd say
suppose.
most
Ooh, this is mysterious.
Hitchcock ones are mysteries.
So. This is so good. The Sixth Sense
Yep.
Okay.
and Mulholland Drive. Okay.
Yeah.
What the heck? That one I just saw in the last 6 months or so. And if you go to my Letterboxd at Amy Cassandra MTZ, I just put like, what the heck, I think. I was so confused by it. And because of that, I had to add it to this list. It was so weird and mysterious.
But you liked it?
I did because it was so weird.
Okay.
I'd rather see something weird and crazy like that than have something bland and like
Sure.
something we've
Keep you
seen
guessing.
before. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Carrie, how about yourself?
All right. Also, no particular order, and in similar fashion to the horror movies, I'm going to throw at you some ones you've probably not heard of, and that's why you should probably go check them out because though classics are good, just want to share other ones. So throwback to Brick. Did you guys see that one?
I have not seen that.
heard
But
of
speaking of
it.
Ryan Johnson,
Excellent script. Like the writing, just how the dialogue comes out is so good. Searching, which is on a couple of the top lists, and you watch it.
Oh, I want to add that one to mine.
And if anything, just how they storytell that movie, how the storytelling unfolds
Yeah.
via digital devices, amazing what they do with it. And it's a very good, like, and you're just more interested of how this unfolds. Also, not exactly super mystery, but it was one of those, like, keep you guessing, The Nines with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, I
I
just saw
didn't
the
see that.
tens.
Numbers are important in there, so
Yeah?
yeah. So check that one out. That's definitely throwback. And this one technically I'm putting two together because they're both around the same time period ish. Color of Night and Dead Again.
They're
Throwbacks?
together.
Yeah, just because they're like the same time period. I'm like, yeah.
Color Night.
It's so fun.
No, that movie is just so bad.
Guilty pleasure. Bruce Willis. Guilty pleasure.
I mean, if you
And-
want to see his penis, then that's great.
That is technically how I found that movie because I had a book that talked about that. And I'm like, all right.
There
He
you
jumps
go.
in a pool naked. Anyways,
Yeah.
and then finally, foreign film, Detective Byomkesh Bakshi. It's like a film noir, and he's kind of like India's Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, all right.
So it's like him solving a murder mystery, and it was really good.
Oh, nice.
Like that was one that the trailer looked fun, and I'm like, ooh. And yeah, it doesn't really have like quote unquote songs the same way. Like there's music more like a lounge singer kind of a thing like that. So it's a cool one.
Oh, nice.
It's
Again,
on Netflix. Yeah.
Dead Again was, for me,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that film. Mm-hmm. Never seen it, Amy? Kenneth Branagh, Emma Thompson, Robin Williams.
No.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Back
Try
when they
not
were
to,
married.
like, a lot of these movies don't read descriptions because some of them like tell you stuff
Yeah.
right away and you're like, don't read it. Just click play and
Dead
watch
Again.
it. Yep.
Okay.
So go
It's a
check
good
it out.
one.
Dead Again.
Yeah, Dead Again. Also on this list, too, I was like, I guess it could be a mystery. Jacob's Ladder, which I do love. I do love that film a lot.
I only heard about Tom's Ladder.
Yeah, no, you ever climb it? You should climb.
Uh,
Yeah. All right, no. I'll go Inside Man. I thought that was a nice little
yes,
twister.
yes, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
I only heard about Outside Man.
You got a whole bunch of these. No, that's also an excellent
Never heard
example
of
of a
them.
movie that's like a long movie but does not feel like a long movie.
Yeah.
Because it's
Like
at
how-
least a good 2 hours and you don't feel like you're sitting there for 2 hours.
Oh, I
I
like
remember
that's
that
true.
specifically of that movie. I'm like, wow, that was long, but it went by because it was just that engaging of a movie.
It was great. I mean, great cast,
Yeah.
great performances. I mean, you've got Clive Owen, Jodie Foster.
Yes.
Oh, Jodie Foster.
Did you
got
not see
me.
Inside Man?
I don't think so.
It's so good.
Yes. There you go. Yeah, it's as my Spike Lee. Yeah, I have to admit. I mean, I don't watch a ton of his films because sometimes the subject matter doesn't quite grip me. But it's like the Spike Lee of Inside Man. It's like I want to see Spike Lee doing more films like that. Mm-hmm. So but I don't feel like we get Spike Lee tapping into that side of him as much. It's a bummer. I also put North by Northwest. I'll go really old school.
Yeah, that's a good classic.
I mean, Cary Grant. Oh,
Yeah.
Come on. What a stud. What a
Yeah.
stud. And I mean, I guess it's not really a mystery, but I have a soft spot for this film, so I'll just throw it out there. Contact. I don't know. There's something about that film.
Aliens?
Yeah.
Or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a cousin of Arrival?
Yes.
Okay.
Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey.
It'd be more the parent of because it came out before.
Oh,
Or grandparent. I don't know if how far. Someone asked if Mission Impossible, the first one, is a good counts as mystery.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it does.
I feel mystery is similar to horror. It's a pretty broad term.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a franchise that I feel like has gotten better for me. And I feel like the first film, maybe because I had what they did with Jon Voight playing Jim Phelps, I didn't like the turn that they did with that character.
Okay.
So that kind of knocked the film down a little bit for me. But there's some great
Yeah.
set pieces in there. And Tom Cruise, I mean, he's already electrifying to watch. But
Yeah.
you could see why. All right, this is a franchise that he felt like he could really sink his teeth into and do something with, and which he's done.
Emma Raygun says Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That
Yes.
one's a good one too.
Yeah.
And we are definitely not covering all of them. We're just
I have
Throwing some in there.
some to
Top five.
shout out if
Yes.
I can,
Please.
because I just thought about them. Shutter Island,
Okay. Yep.
yeah.
Clue, because I love that movie.
Yes.
Yes.
I definitely agree with you guys about Inside Man. I like Room 1408.
ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was good too.
that was the first scary movie I saw in theaters with a friend. It was like a birthday party thing, and I was like, I'm such a brave person right now. And that was
All right.
And there's a few that I'm going back and forth on.
It's all right. You can say two. I technically looped two in there.
I mean, I definitely agree with Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
That one mainly because I watched it when I was so little too that before anyone could spoil it. I feel like nowadays you can't watch that without knowing what happened.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat, I agree with them too. 7.
Yeah.
But that also makes me think Fight Club.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unusual Suspects
Yeah.
or The Usual Suspects. Sorry.
both. All of the
Yeah.
suspects, you know.
Anyway.
Thanks, Amy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Did you have the other one, Brie? I thought I heard just one.
What? I said Fight Club.
Oh no! Oh, there you go. And Fight Club. Godsford Park. Anybody?
Never saw it.
Yeah, I did not see that one, but I've heard about it.
And I really enjoyed Kenneth Branagh's turn Murder on the Orient Express
That was
2 years ago now?
Yeah, I like that one.
it was all
Yeah.
right.
Or was
Yes.
it last year? Yeah.
Yep.
No, it was a while ago.
No, it wasn't. Was it last? I think it might have been last year. Maybe. But anyway, I thought it was good, and I'm looking forward to his next film in there.
Yeah.
Which, you again, without any spoilers about Knives Out, though, this definitely sets up Daniel Craig's character as very much somebody that 2 years, thanks, Amy, that could be his Perot character from Agatha Christie's
Pousseau.
Perot character.
Like, what is his name?
Cousteau.
Pousseau.
No, yeah, Hercule.
No.
We are sounding
Hercule
weird.
Poirot. Something
There you
like that. There's a horrible accent on that. But yeah, that guy.
Yes, but definitely, I mean,
I've
this is
heard
one
those
you'd want
books.
to see.
I've, audio
Yeah.
tape on those books, but I haven't seen, he's not as many movies.
Yeah, I
that
feel
I've
like
seen.
an engaging character you'd want to see him in a different film.
Yeah,
Solving
a
something
lot
else.
of engaging characters. I'd love to see again, honestly.
Okay.
All right, folks. So we got to do as the show is rapidly coming to a close. We've got to do next week's top 5, as well as our box office bet, and maybe we can do a spoiler-filled thought or two if we can squeeze it in. So, of course, we're adding Queen and Slim, as well as Knives Out, into this week's top 5. Do we see either of those toppling Frozen 2?
No.
Do you
No.
see either of those toppling Ford versus Ferrari?
Yes. Knives Out.
I would agree.
Okay.
Do you see Queen and Slim beating Ford versus Ferrari?
I've never heard of that.
I've heard of it.
I'm hearing some buzz. People are getting kind of excited for
but
that one.
I feel like the general audience hasn't. And
True.
it is Thanksgiving, like weekend.
What are people going to go see? Frozen, definitely hanging on there.
Yes.
Families.
I don't think it's gonna beat Ford versus Ferrari. So Frozen 2, then Knives Out, then Ford versus Ferrari. I think then A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood might go up a little bit because of families. Then Ford versus Ferrari, and then Queen and Slim if I'm trying to be positive.
You're trying to be. Nice.
Yeah, I want
For a
people
change.
to see. Oh,
Carrie, any disagreement with that?
Maybe I'll just swap Queen and Slim to make it 4. Wait, so Frozen, Knives Out,
Beautiful Day.
Beautiful Day, Ford versus Ferrari. Oh, no, then same.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
All right.
Same.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I'll go.
Yeah.
Frozen 2, Knives Out. I'm gonna stay Ford versus Ferrari. I think that film's still got some legs. I'm gonna go do Beautiful Day and then Queen and Slim.
Yeah, I feel Queen and Slim will definitely be in the top 5. But same as you said, I don't know if it's been as marketed as wide mainstream.
Yeah.
So, folks, it is time now for our box office bet on the film that you in the chat have voted on. I'm going to call out to our resident expert in the chat, Ken Jack, if he's there, to figure out which film is getting the most votes.
So, yes, you can also vote. Vote quick. Ken Jack says right now Queen and Slim is winning. But then that works because we all said 5 and 5. So
Yeah, well, look at that. So, yeah, Queen and Slim
we'll go with that.
coming from Universal.
Well, because they said you had already seen Knives Out.
Yeah,
So you
but
guys
then I
kind of
didn't,
ruined
guys.
it. They're like,
No,
well,
you
you've
should've
already
kept
seen
on
it.
the down.
I know, because I really did not want to see Queen and Slim. I
Yeah,
don't
Queen
know.
and Slim won. Thank you.
I'm just
All
trying
right.
to lose.
Yeah, okay. So, all right.
Daniel Kaluuya, though.
Yeah. I've heard this film is just kind of meh. So,
Okay. We all said 5th.
oof.
It's gonna be a night.
Yeah, what a time to be. Oh, Carrie, I like it. She's so definitive. She was
All right.
down. Yeah, goodbye, 21 Bridges and Midway. I don't think you'll be sticking around. Oh, all right. Amy, do you have something?
Yeah. I was born.
All right.
I think so.
You were born.
I just,
That's it.
I was born.
this
Were
is
you
one-
now?
Man, all right.
Dang it. Come on. Recognize me. Okay.
Oh gosh, I just want to end in the middle. That's all my goal is. That's my goal. I gotta read where you guys are going, and then say, how can I just get in the middle of that? In the middle of that action.
I'm scared.
All right. Okay, here we go. Bree, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let me just type this up. Bree, what do you have?
I'm going to go lower because I think people are still going to go see Frozen again, and Knives Out I think will still beat this just because I haven't heard of it. So I'm going with a 9.7.
9.7. All right. Okay. All right.
Gotta keep our poker faces. We're like,
9.7. Yep.
No, I don't even
people
have
listening,
a
we have all
poker face.
kinds of weird smiles going on. We're like, well,
9.7. All right, Amy, what do you got?
Oh, man. 6.
6? Oh, okay. Dang it.
Dang, you getting nervous?
All right, I am getting very nervous. Okay. Carrie, what do you got?
8.6.
Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, dang it. Oh, what have I done?
What
have I
did
done?
you bet?
What did
Frank?
you bet? Yeah.
I went 14.25. 14.25.
Wow, Frank.
14.25.
Wow.
14.25.
Someone
I
who
don't
said
like
that they
the
did not
position
want to
I'm
watch
in,
the
Ethan.
film. You didn't.
Yep, I know. I thought you guys would be like, oh, yeah.
No, because I think everyone's gonna I think people will even see Frozen 2 a second time.
I think
I
there
almost
is
wanna
an
watch it a
audience
second
that's definitely going to come out for the movie, but I think since it's Thanksgiving weekend, more likely it's going to be movies that work for a whole family. Like Frozen will be the younger family kind of dynamic going on. Knives Out, older. Is going to that, like
And A
that's
Beautiful
what,
Day.
yeah, and A Beautiful Day also like kind of either
If people go to the movies,
that
like,
too. So
we
not
love
everybody goes
going.
on the holidays.
Yeah.
Just go, folks. Really. And don't fall into the
Ryan
cliche
B
trap.
says, no way is this movie getting more than 10. And then Neil says, what, Frank?
I know. I'm terrible at reading these faces.
Yep.
Okay.
Looks like Frank only wanted to keep that winning spot for 1 week.
That's true. Yikes. I'm uncomfortable in the winner's position.
Yeah.
But I figured, don't do the cliche thing. Everybody's going to go see Frozen or Knives Out. Boy, great. Cool. Don't be a
A
cliche.
beautiful day in the neighborhood.
And that's
Why
already
do
been
you
out.
keep
Don't be a
forget-
cliche. Go see
still.
something unexpected with your friends and family.
Well,
That's what
you'll-
you should do. All right. So,
Okay, quick spoiler hot
yes.
takes.
So, folks, we're getting ready to wrap up. We'll have about a 30-second hot spoiler take there. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. As always, like us on Facebook, give us 5 stars on iTunes, subscribe to the YouTube channel, give us some thumbs up while you're there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you want to stay in touch with any of us even after the show's over, Bree, where can they find you?
You guys can find me at Brie_Phipps, PHIPPS, on Twitter and Instagram.
You guys can find me on all social media at Amy Cassandra MTZ.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
And my name's Carrie Lane. You can find me online at Carrie D. Lane. That's KARIDLANE.
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HappyGoJackie. Spoiler time.
Woo!
All right, lay it on me. Frozen 2. Like Kristoff's character, I'll tell you. I feel like that was
he's
horribly
just
underwritten.
always kind of boring to me, honestly. And so is Olaf. But I liked Olaf more this time around. Last time he was really, really annoying. And
Well,
I hated
like the
Summer.
character arc. I like the character arc this time because it's one thing about like the creation, but now you're seeing like what's the next step of
Yeah.
that character who's kind of like I'm kind of getting.
It got like getting older and stuff, but it still felt like they didn't really know what to do with him, and then they almost like. Well, I'm not gonna say.
Well, it's a spoiler. You can.
Well, but you said slight spoiler.
All right, but anyway, I just like Kristoff. They just like they don't know what to do with him for this film, and so he just gets lost for a tremendous chunk of
Into
time.
not into the woods. In the woods.
Lost in the woods.
Lost in the
There you go.
Into the woods.
I mean, the way. I mean,
Yeah.
it definitely gets like some of the biggest laughs from any of the. I think it gets the biggest reaction on any of the songs, just
Yeah,
because it's the way
they-
it's presented.
Yeah, that was really good, but I definitely one of my least favorite songs of the movie. I think all the other ones were really good. I love "Show Yourself." I love Elsa's transformation. Honestly, I like that we got more of that. Anna, I always feel like gets gypped a little, but it was a nice sort of evolution with her. I just think as a whole, like the messaging and the interaction with the newer characters, that was a little weak. And then I was like, what? They didn't know their mom's history this whole time. And then it's like, ooh, the scarf. And I'm like, but you just saw that. And then it's like they piece everything together. And it's like, oh, I guess we are half like.
But then you realize everybody that was saying, hey, you know what? They're really Tarzan's older sisters now have to finally do away with that fan theory.
Yeah.
It's like, that does not exist anymore, folks.
No,
Sad
they're
to say.
cousins to the Little Mermaid or something
Yeah.
crazy like that. And
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
Or
there's a lot
whatever.
of like missteps. But with that being said, I think that the kids loved it. So I love the songs. There were songs I went in there and I was like trying to memorize it as they were singing. And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, real quick, because I know I was saying something about the marketing. When
Yeah.
I was seeing the trailers for this, I was so pumped for this movie, especially the
Yeah.
sequences of her on the ocean trying to get through those waves.
Yeah.
And the way the film was talking about the powers and all that, I was expecting
Mysterious.
I was expecting a full exploration of this. And
Yeah.
I just felt like that film set me up for expecting this, and I got this, and I was let down by this.
Yeah, I agree.
No, that's always the worst of what the trailer advertises it one way, and that's what you're like, yeah, I want to see that movie, and then you're like, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then wait, real quick, what's the thing with Mr. Rogers that it's different?
They don't
That-
focus on him enough.
Okay.
We get this other guy, and I'm like, yeah, he's been through a lot. That really sucks. And we learn more about this other guy. But I'm like, I didn't come here to learn about someone else. I wanted to learn more about Mr. Rogers.
I would agree
Fair.
because the whole thing is it's about an interview that he's getting.
Yeah.
And the
Based off of the, what is it, New York Times or something article?
Yeah.
Esquire.
Esquire, yeah. Oh, the, yeah.
But there are times when the person we focus on, and he's going
Yeah.
through life changes, but he's interviewing Mr. Rogers, and at certain
Yeah.
points he's asking him certain questions that you're wanting to hear answers about, like about Fred Rogers and the way why
Yeah.
he is the way he is.
Yeah.
And it never gives you any kind of answer to that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like you're supposed to figure it out for yourself. Like, no, I was curious about this.
Yeah. We're curious about Mr. Rogers.
So would you
Wanted more of
would you
him.
almost recommend seeing the Tom Hanks movie and then watch the documentary to be like, this is the small version and here's more information, or not
I wouldn't even
necessarily?
consider that a small version. It's completely different.
Okay.
It's not at all. I don't know. I just, yeah.
Okay.
No.
No, I appreciate hearing that.
Have you
Yeah.
never seen
Good
the
to know.
documentary? Did you come away from the documentary feeling you knew Mr. Rogers better than you do from this film?
Yeah. Yeah, I felt so much more with the documentary, but that scene where Mr. Rogers, Tom Hanks, just takes a minute and looks at the camera for a minute
Yes.
was really powerful. I think there was people like crying, and like there was some really powerful moments, and I think that's why you should see it because of those little droplets of like, ooh, that's good.
That's a
What?
shit. No, because that scene, I was like, wait, am I supposed to be like, did I miss something? I feel like I did maybe.
He talked about vegetarianism, and then he says a certain line, and then I was like, oh, Amy, you're awful. And I started planning like what I should be doing. And so I kind of like zoned out for a second, and then he's like, so take a minute, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, crap, I missed it. So I heard part of it, and I was like, I think we're supposed to be like thinking about something right now. And I was like, dang it. But it was still powerful.
Okay.
So make sure you listen to that. Don't start thinking about like future things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like the only thing I really took away from Fred Rogers is that he seemed, as much as well loved as he was, incredibly frustrating to work with.
Yeah.
Just because of much like Tom Cruise, whoever's in front of him at that point is the most important person to him in that particular moment, which is great. But it also, if you're trying to do a television
Deadlines.
production
Yeah.
and hit deadlines, it makes it incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, that's cool.
It's sweet. At first, I was a little bit weary of seeing too much of Tom Hanks as Mr.
I was
Rogers.
wondering that too.
But after the first, I would say 2-3 minutes, I was like, okay. Because I do, like, you see Tom Hanks and you're like, it's Tom Hanks. But I think they do a good job.
I mean, and it's certainly based on a true story in
Yeah.
an article and
Yeah.
stuff. But I just felt the character arc for the reporter, it was kind of like, I've seen that. Okay.
Yeah.
Meh.
I felt there's a moment from the trailer where they sing the song. That had a lot
Yeah.
more emotional resonance than I thought it would. And everything else, I was waiting to cry my eyes out. I did not.
There you
Well,
go.
good
Why
to
not
know.
try
Thank
it?
you.
There you go. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this episode of Box Office Breakdown.
Letting off steam.
Yeah, there you go for Amy Cassandra Martinez.
At first, I was like, yay, what are we doing? And then I realized.
Right.
Folks, we'll see you back here in 2 weeks. We're taking Thanksgiving weekend off.
God, no.
Enjoy your friends and family and that delicious meal. And what better way to have, instead of a physical dessert, go see a treat for the eyes and
Go
go see
see a
Queen and Slim.
movie.
That's right, Queen and Slim
A
specifically.
movie.
Specifically
Any
Queen and Slim.
movie. Go to the theaters. Spend time
All right,
with family
folks,
friends.
we'll see you back here in 2 weeks right here on Popcorn Talk. Go see some movies.
Any of the
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.